Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a look with my Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette. I'm not exactly sure what mothership palette this is because I don't see it listed on the box. Oh, Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction. I really only know these palettes by their names. I can never remember which one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you guys don't know, the palette doesn't have actual names on the packaging, so you have to rely on the little card, which I'm gonna put right here so I can be able to tell you what shades I'm gonna be using in today's look. First things first, you guys know the drill. I always let you know what I have prepped my face with. I have moisturized my face already, cleaned it. I have used the Tatcha Silk Canvas, the big round primer. That's the one I've been trying out lately. I will be doing a review on that soon. Then I've gone in with my Bare Minerals Original Foundation and the Mineral Veil as my foundation and setting powder. I have also used the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer to bronze my face. I have primed my lids with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Anti-Aging. And I have used my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. And I have used this blush right here and this highlight. So the corner shades. Let's get started. All right, I just want to let you know there has been a lot of meditation on this palette before doing this video. Pat McGrath's palettes are super pigmented and I have a light skin tone, so that tends to become a little bit of a problem. So let me just show you this palette. I know it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Out of all of the Mothership palettes, with the exclusion of the Rose Divine one that just came out, this has been my favorite of all time. I really am hoping to get the Rose Divine one during the Sephora sale, if it comes to Sephora. If not, I'm not buying it. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm going to attempt to create a look that you can wear during the day, like kind of subtle but chic, using this palette. And I know what you're thinking, imposible, impossible. It's not, you're not gonna get it, girl. But we're gonna try and we're gonna make it work, because that's what we do on this channel. We're just gonna make it work. There is a 50-50 chance that I may fail, but we're on this journey together. All right, so looking at this palette, the first color I'm gonna go in with is going to be, let me grab my little handy dandy card. I'm gonna go in with Skin Show Divine Glow, and that is going to be this corner shade right here. I'm going to apply that all over my lid with a very basic shadow brush. Any shadow brush that you have is absolutely fine. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, which I hardly ever use for the crease because it's too fat of a brush. I actually use this to apply eyeshadow all over the lid. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that shade, and when I mean a little bit, I'm just dabbing my brush in there, okay? And I'm gonna use this gigantic mirror to apply that. I'm gonna apply that shade from my lash line to my crease bone, and you're gonna get a nice little wash of color. This is like a satin finish shade. And so it's got very tiny micro gold glitters to the shade. And then I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm really bringing up that color to the brow bone and just doing like a little wash of color. Okay. Next, I'm gonna use a different brush, a clean brush. This is my Too Faced. This brush doesn't have a name. It's just a regular shadow brush. And I'm gonna go into Guilty Pleasure, which is this taupey shade right here. This one. And I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. Again, dabbing my brush in there ever so lightly. And literally using very gentle sweeps of this color, so I'm not pressing the brush onto my skin, because again, these shades are highly pigmented and we're trying to go for a beautiful everyday look to give this palette a bit more use if it's a palette that you have in your collection. So already this has created a pretty wash of color onto the lid, very subtle. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay. By the way, I am attempting to make a lemon angel food cake. FYI, definitely a recipe to avoid when your supermarket is sold out of very specific ingredients like cake flour and superfine sugar. So let's there we go. So you're just gonna lightly, now the trick to using the colors in this palette is a very light hand with pressing the brush into the eyeshadow, very light swooping motions when applying the color onto the skin. If you have if you're fair toned like I am, very light strokes. I'm gonna use the remnants kind of just to blend this a little bit more. Okay, now we're gonna go in with obviously my favorite shade in this entire palette, which was really the only reason I bought this palette. I know it's sad. This red shade right here is what I will be using right on top of this transition shade. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna concentrate the color on the outside and use dragging motions towards the inside to kind of blend that color in to the crease. And I'm gonna go in with just another, actually this one's too dense. I'm gonna go in with the same brush because you guys know I'm notorious for using the same brush. Again, lightly patting that in there. So I'm pressing that color onto the corner of the eye and then using, look how pigmented that is. And I promise you, I literally just very lightly dip my brush in there. Swooping motions towards the center. From the outside in. And then just start from the middle into here because we want to really blend that as much as possible. So yes, the cake is currently baking in the oven. I'm using Chip and Joanna Gaines recipe. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that that's how I have been, one of the activities I have been using to keep myself busy during quarantine. And angel food cake has been the most difficult recipe I have attempted to make thus far. Mainly because I had to improvise with the ingredients that I had, and that's very hard for someone who doesn't know how to bake, you know? I love cooking, and so cooking for me, I can do it with my eyes closed. But baking, I don't even know why people do it. It's so much work, and there's no room for error. Like, if you mess up, you might as well just throw the whole thing away and start it all over again. So I'm doing the same thing to the other side. And then I'm kind of just blending. Blend, 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 blend. These shadows need a lot of blending in order to soften the color up as much as possible. Okay, now I'm going to go in with, let's see if I have another shader brush. I do, but I don't want something dense. Hold on a second. All right, so I am doing kind of like a little color switch here on the little pad that I have on my desk, this little towel. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques base shadow brush. It's just a regular old shadow brush. You don't have to use this brush. You can use something similar that you may have in your collection. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and that one, oh, I didn't tell you, this red shade right here is called Blitz Flame, and I'm gonna use the shade right above it, which is Rose Gold 005, with a light hand once more, because this is considered one of the her special formulas that have a lot of glitter. So light hand, light swoops, and I'm gonna concentrate that color from the inner to midway. Just keep it on the lid. Okay, so with a brush, I'm not getting the pigmentation that I thought I was going to get. But I don't want to use my finger because I also don't want that super shock effect. So let me try a denser brush. I'm going to try an Ulta crease brush. Let me show you what it looks like so that you guys can look for something similar. It's kind of like this dome looking brush. I know it's red, it's permanently stained like that because the tip of this brush was white, but I've washed it. So I'm gonna go into that rose gold shade again. And let's attempt to apply, okay, much better. So you are gonna need a bit of a denser brush to apply that rose gold shade. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. All right. Now with the crease brush, the one that I was using for Blitz Flame and Guilty Pleasures, I'm gonna go into this matte shade right here, and this one is called Entrapment, right? Yes, Entrapment. I'm gonna lightly, very lightly press my brush into that because it is this shade. All her matte shades are super pigmented. Very, very light. Like I literally picked up nothing. And I'm going to just kind of layer that on the outside and over the top, just to give it a little bit of softening, because I feel there's a lot of glitter happening after I applied that gold shade, that rose gold shade. And then just over the top. So I'm not going really into the crease. I'm actually just doing it on the outer rim. All right. Now I'm gonna use a Real Techniques detailer brush. You can use any brush. You can use a pencil brush if you have one. I'm gonna use this brush to apply some highlight in the inner corner, and I'm gonna go into this white shade right here in Astro Luna Gold. By the way, I've never done this look before, so I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Whoa. I mean, I'm not even that close to the camera. You guys can see it from there. That's bright, right? Oh, by the way, these glitter shades are going everywhere. I'm gonna show you my pan in a minute. Literally, it's going everywhere. But that's okay. I have all the time in the world to clean it because I can't go anywhere. All right, next I'm gonna go in with an IT Cosmetics smudger brush. Any smudger brush will do. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna go in to the red shade Blitz Flame one more time, and I'm going to drag that color underneath my lash line. As you guys know, I love red liner. Starting from the outside, dragging that in. Okay. Not doing all of it, I'm just doing the outer corners. Let's do the same thing to the other eye. So just halfway. And then I'm gonna actually continue to use this smudger brush. I'm gonna go into a little bit of the Guilty Pleasures shade, which is a taupey shade right here, with the same smudger brush. And I'm gonna go over that to give it a little bit of depth. So it doesn't look so shocking. That didn't do anything. All right, let's try to go in with the matte shade up here, Entrapment. Question is, if you're still watching this, do you think this is gonna be a fail? Or do you think that I'm gonna make it through this? I don't have a lot of faith in myself, so I feel like maybe this is gonna be a fail. We'll see. Okay, that's much better. Now I'm gonna go in with my finger into VR Fire Opal, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna apply that right into the center of the lid. Okay. So I'm using my finger. This is, let me just show you this shade. So pretty. So I'm just gonna pat that right in the center. Like so. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. And just pat it in the center. That is pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with the original brush that we used to apply the very first shade, which was this champagne-y, very pale shade right here called Skin Show Divine Glow. And I'm gonna dip my brush in there, and I'm going to apply that to the brow bone, kind of as a highlight. This is gonna really soften up the edges as well. And then I wanna use a clean brush. I'm gonna have to clean one of these because I don't see it. All right, so I've just cleaned my brush. I'm gonna go into that champagne shade and I'm going to apply it right in the inner rim of the eye. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm softening up just this section of the shadow to make it look less pink-ish. You were thinking it, I said it. I also am not disturbing the VR Fire Opal shade that we just laid down. I'm just softening it up. Like so. I'm gonna go in with my finger and I'm gonna get more of that VR Fire Opal shade right here. This one. And I'm actually going to just keep it very close to the bottom of the lid and kind of drag it in a little bit. I really like that shade, it looks really nice. Okay, now, let me just show you a close-up. Now with Bare Minerals Soft Focus Angle Concealer Brush, you can use anything similar. I'm gonna clean the mess of glitter that has happened right now when I applied that inner corner shade, because that was messy. All right, I'm gonna use a Real Techniques fluffy brush, kind of wipe away any excess. Now I'm going to apply eyeliner and mascara off camera, and I'll be right back to do lips. Okay, I'm back. So off camera, I applied my Chanel La Gel Longwear Eyebrow Gel in 370 Brun to my eyebrows. I went in with my Clarins Stylo 4 all-in-one pen, and I used the color black. So this is like back in the 90s. Remember those pens we used to have that had like multi-colors? This is so awesome. It has a lip liner and 3 eyeliners, a brown one, a blue one, and a black one, and then you have a nude lip liner. Is that cool or what? If you guys haven't used this yet, you should try it. All right, and then I primed my eyelashes with my Chanel La Base mascara. This is a sample that I have been using. And then I went in with a sample version of the YSL Vinyl Couture mascara. And I applied mascara. Oh, I didn't tell you. I applied eyeliner only to the outer corner of the eye on the top lash. And my mascara I applied to the top and very slightly to the bottom lashes. So you can see it's very subtle. Next, I'm going to do lips. I'm going to apply the Pat McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in Supernatural. And I'm going to line my lips with this. Her lip liners are so good. They last forever. A lot longer than your average lip liner. Next, I'm gonna go in with her Los Angeles lipstick. And this is a Luxe Trance lipstick, and I'm going to lightly apply this color. Her colors look very different on the bullet than when applied. So this bullet looks fairly dark in person, and on camera it's really not picking it up, but in person it's a shade deeper than what you're seeing on camera. And you can build this up. This shade can actually be really dark, but if you apply one layer, you get a really nice nude shade. And I just applied that to the top lip and smeared it onto the bottom to get a very light effect to the lipstick. And then I'm patting it just to get an even pigment on the bottom lip. Her lipsticks also last super long on the lips, so you don't have to reapply like you would a normal lip color. Hi, Morgan. It's my dog. He decided to come in. Okay. Next, what am I gonna do? Oh, a little gloss. I'm gonna go in with just a mauve gloss from Bare Minerals. This is the Bare Minerals Moxie Marvelous Buttercream Lip Gloss in Flirty Mauve. You can't buy these anymore. These are super old, but if you're a diehard Bare Minerals fan, you will know about these lip glosses, and you know how old they are, still going strong. And I'm just going to pat this onto the center of the bottom lip and the center of the top lip. Gonna kind of swish that around to create a little bit of moisture. There we go. Okay, that pretty much completes this look. And just to finish it off, I'm gonna go in with my Guerlain Meteorites in Electric Pearl. And I'm going to dust this all over my face. It's very gloomy today here in Florida. So I'm surprised that I have enough light right now to be able to have filmed this video. My Meteorites powder, in case you were wondering, I only apply it to my jawline and my forehead because I don't like it in my T-zone, and I don't want to disturb any of my blush or bronzing that I did before. All right, that completes this look. I don't think it was a fail, but I'm gonna get a little bit closer so that you guys can see the finished product. Just want you to know that all of these glitter shades had a lot of fallout when using them with a brush. If you use it with your finger, you should be fine. I think this is a pretty good like everyday look. I love the color red. I'll wear this anywhere. I'll wear this look anywhere. But if you look closely, this inner corner shade was a bit of a mess, and I find it difficult to apply with my fingers because even my pinky finger I find to be way too big to apply that really like pigmented glitter shade into the corner of my eye. I would have had like something huge, and it would have thrown off, I think, the look. But yeah, this completes my look with the Pat McGrath Bronze Seduction palette. I wanted to do this palette, I wanted to attempt to create this look because I don't know how many of you own this palette, but I want you to be able to use this palette much more than maybe you do already. But for example, for me, I haven't been using this palette. I don't see myself using this palette too much because the colors are so pigmented. Even the glitters are so pigmented. It's like, where would I even wear that to? I would only be able to do like a night glam look. So I really had to challenge myself to really analyze this palette and play around with these shades and sit down and film this video because I didn't think it was going to be possible really. But I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I filmed it. I'm glad that we got some good results because now I know that I'm gonna be able to get so much use out of this palette. And I wanna show you how much fallout there is on this pan. Do you see that? It's a hot, hot mess. Except for this shade, and this shade, no fallout. It was perfectly fine. But these glitter shades, aquí, this hot mess right here, it's a glitter town right there. It's like a fairy farted on my palette. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody's staying safe, and see you next time, guys. Bye.